Welcome to the Trinity Arena. Woo! Johnny! Johnny! Okay, stop it, you guys. I want to thank my mom. I want to thank everybody for coming tonight. Yeah, okay, just stay calm, everybody. Stay calm. If you're feeling a bit anxious about it, go out with someone else. Go out with a couple of people. Be chaperoned. You know, it can be really intimidating. My experience of going to Romford to busk was very short-lived. I turned up. I put my guitar case out and started putting my stand. A police officer got out and said, "You can't do that." And I said, I'm not doing anything unlawful. To which the police officer said, "Yes, you are. You can't do it. You need permission. You need a license." And I said, "Well, you actually don't need a license. I'm not doing anything unlawful."
So that I can issue you a Section 35 notice, which is, I know you haven't caused any antisocial behaviour, but the likelihood is...
And once he realised that I knew a little bit about the law and that what I was doing wasn't technically unlawful, he then...
Crime and Policing Act. I'll go through the form completely for you. Have you got any ID? If you fail to give me your details, I'll arrest you under Section 50 of the Police and Criminal Evidence Act.
Why are you going to arrest me?
If you fail to provide me your details...
But I haven't committed a crime.
He decided that he was going to give me a preemptive dispersal notice on the grounds that my presence was likely to cause alarm, harassment and distress to people in the vicinity.
And see that area there, the large black line? You're banned from that area for 48 hours. You have to leave immediately.
And if I had tested that notice by staying there or by not moving, I could have been arrested and faced a fine of up to £5,000 or even imprisonment. Keep Streets Live is that it's an organisation that exists to protect access to public space for informal offerings of art and music. There's a pale light I can hardly see. There's a pale light. And the whole point about Keep Streets Live is to emphasise the wonderful life and colour that music and street art and the community uses of public space can bring to towns and cities.
Well, in Leeds, our approach to busking is based on the principle that we believe that music, creativity is part of a good way to be, it's part of well-being, so we support busking, we support the creative industries, and we work on busking. I think busking brings vitality, vibrancy, music, different variety of music. We have a range of buskers in the city at the moment who play different types of music, from a young lady who plays a classical violin to a lady who drums on plastic drums, to people who play really good guitar and acoustic music. So it brings a different sort of variety of music to the city centre.
Now, often you'll find out, well, someone's made a complaint. Okay, well, where's the complaint coming from? I'm very happy to turn down. I'm very happy to move a few inches or to point in that direction to work to a compromise.
Is there any chance that you'd be able to move a little bit further down?
Yeah, I can't.
Oh, okay, so you can't hear our customers.
Do you get that a lot? People tell you to move on?
Well, sometimes, mainly shops. People working in shops, they sometimes say it's too loud, but I always move.
So, in 2013, Camden Council brought in a proposal that basically, if you wanted to busk anywhere in Camden, you needed a standard licence, and they defined busking as anything, including just unamplified singing in the street without having a hat out. It was death by 1,000 cuts of bureaucracy and spirit-sapping futility. And we took it to the Court of Appeal, but we lost that challenge. But I thought it was very important to stand up to Camden, and as a result of the Camden case, we we got invited to be part of the Busk in London task force, which Boris Johnson, the then Mayor of London, but nonetheless he was on record as saying that he wanted London to be the most busker-friendly city in the world.
Camden Council are on the cusp of introducing what would become the most draconian busking policy in the entire United Kingdom.
Because one of the interesting things about Camden was that the legislation actually exempts music that's part of a religious service or ceremony from needing a license. So the point we made was, we're going to set up a church, an ecumenical church, the Church of the Holy Gazoo, and every single piece of music that's ever been written in human history is our hymn book, and our one sacred act is busking.
If the police can find a second-hand market for a kazoo, good luck to them, frankly.
And there's been a number of times when social media kind of catches a moment and people share it and people start following it. There's a kind of organic sense in which that happens. You know, I'm thinking about Doncaster when I was challenged by a PCSO, and I recorded it, and it was seen by 500,000 people because the encounter had a reality to it.
Backbeat, the word is on the street that the fire in your heart is out.
There's a 15-year-old lad called Alfie Sheard, and one of his videos went viral, and it was seen by Ellen DeGeneres in LA, and she loved it so much that she flew him out over half-term this year to go to LA and appear on her show. A life-changing opportunity that's been brought about by busking on the streets of Doncaster. Imagine if Alfie had had an encounter with a PCSO that had put him off busking and made him feel that he wasn't welcome in Doncaster.
D-A-D, F-sharp-A-D.
I'd like to think that I'll be dragged off the streets kicking and screaming in my late 80s, probably by a PCSO. I really believe that music belongs on the streets, and my music belongs on the streets. Perhaps on the stadiums as well. Look out for the arena tour in Japan next year.
Beautiful morning, you've come my way. Beautiful morning, you've gone away.
Great. Nathan Touch. Nathan Touch.